Hey, welcome to the Sanders Kitchen. I'm Mike, Pam's behind the camera. Thank you, honey, for doing my video.
Yes, sir.
Today we got a great recipe. Simple Mexican burrito. You know, let me tell you, when Pam and I go out shopping or something, we can't resist stopping somewhere and getting a few tacos or a burrito or something from the Mexican food place. And sometimes we're a little disappointed in the quality of the food. But you know what? We always go back because we love Mexican food. Today, we're going to be doing that burrito. And let me tell you what's in the recipe. We're going to be using a very lean ground beef. This is 97.3. So there's not going to be a lot of fat in this meat. We're going to have the taco seasoning, by the way. I've tried several. The old El Paso, my favorite. Read the instructions on the back. Follow it to the T on the meat. I'll show you how it's done anyway, but works great. Once we get that done, then we're going to assemble. We're going to warm up these refried beans, put some of that, a little enchilada sauce. Here's my enchilada sauce. And put some meat, you know, the taco meat. Then some cheese, onion, some lettuce. Fold that baby up, put it back on the grill. It's going to be great. Stick around, I'm going to show you how easy it is. So let me get my refried beans ready for the little saucepan. Won't come out. Let me show you a little trick, watch. Used to do that with the dog food. That's it. Came right out. Go put this on the stove, come back, get the meat going, okay? All right. Before we get started with the meat, I want to show you how we cut up these really pretty little plum tomatoes. So come on over and Pam's going to get a close-up. I want to show you how to do this. All right, the first thing you're going to do, see that little top right there? You want to grab that little tip end of your knife and you want to cut that out. Okay, once that's out, then, and I already did this one, see that? So you want to cut that in half. Cut your little plum tomato in half. Cut the membrane loose on both sides. And out comes the, well, it should have come out. Let me see, see that? And then what you do is you shake the rest of it out, shake the seeds out, and it's pretty clean. Now, at that point, you can take that little hard piece out by giving that a little cut. We're going to move these over to the side for right now because I want you to see this. And it's real simple. You just flip it over on its side and you start cutting it in strips. Okay, once you get that cut, you flip these around and you start cutting them in little squares like that. Look at how nice. That's going to go really good on your burrito. Okay, I'm going to finish up the rest of these and we're going to get started with the meat. I've already got the skillet preheated. We're going to put the meat in right now. Make sure I don't have that little black thing underneath there. Alrighty. Now if you have a non-stick skillet, you'll want to use one of these little Faberware meat choppers. Like that. Just going to let that cook. So the instructions say to cook the meat for 3 to 4 minutes and then push it off to the side and remove the liquid. Then add 2/3 cup water along with the packet of taco seasoning. Now I only have a half a cup of water here, and there's a real strategic reason why, and I'll tell you why. Because there's not going to be a bunch of fat coming out of here. It's just going to be water. And I'm going to add that in. It's going to bring it up to 2/3 of a cup. Now, if you want a little bit more flavor, you can do what I'm going to do. You reach over here and get some onion and just throw a little bit of that onion in there while you're cooking the meat. You don't have to put a lot. Just maybe a, tablespoon. Okay? I'm breaking the rules already, right? But look, a little flavor. Gotta have that extra flavor. All right, so we're gonna keep chopping the meat and mixing it up for another couple of minutes. I'll let you see what it looks like at that stage. Give me a couple of minutes. Hey, by the way, while I got you here, could you tell me, do you like this hat or do you like the baseball cap? So in the comment section, would you please let me know which hat you like me wearing? Okay, see you in a couple of minutes. All right, so at this point, I turned the fire off, but the meat is chopped up. It's cooked. I think you can see that. And what I'm gonna do is tilt it over like this, and now you can see all of the liquid coming out. Now, what I'm gonna do is put my little cup right there where I can get to it. And I'm gonna take that liquid out and just pour that in here. That's not fat, y'all. This is like water coming out of that meat. Okay. Yep, it's still draining out. Okay. That's pretty good right there. Now, how much do we actually have? I mean, it's just one line away from 3/4 of a cup, and that's what it's calling for. So, what I'm going to do now, follow the instructions. I'm going to turn my heat back on. I'm going to put the taco seasoning in. So we're just going to stir in the taco seasoning, put the liquid back in. That's what it calls for. And we're going to simmer this for up to 10 minutes, it says. But I don't really think you need to go 10 minutes. You can get away with a lot less than that. 3 or 4 minutes would be good. Just make sure your meat is cooked all the way, and you want to keep stirring until you get all of the meat blended in with that taco seasoning. Oh, is it smelling good right now? Yes, indeed. So remember when we did the nachos, it's the same taco seasoning packet. Honestly, I've used several, and the old El Paso that's the best. I'm gonna let this simmer for a couple of minutes. That's what it says to do. And then I'm gonna assemble everything, and I'm gonna have a big old cast iron pan out here when I come back. So see you in a few minutes. Okay, we have the beans, the meat, the enchilada sauce, cheese, onions, tomatoes, lettuce, even the sour cream, which I'm not going to use because it'll make me sick, okay? And of course, the 10-inch flour tortilla. So what I'm going to do, I already heated up my little grill pan. I don't know if I really need to have any oil on it, but I'm going to do it anyway. And here's what you have to do. You have to put your tortilla down, count to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flip it over, count to 5 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then take it off, it's nice and soft. Now, let's go ahead and put a scoop of the beans. Don't put too much, because let me tell you, it builds up fast, okay? So we're gonna go in with a nice scoop of meat. Now, here, you can go ahead and add a little bit more meat, because come on, really? You know, we all say the same thing. Where's the beef, right? A little enchilada sauce. Make sure the enchilada sauce is at room temperature. Now you want to put on some cheese. Okay, make sure you don't totally overdo it, because you have to roll this thing, okay? A little onion, some tomato, and some lettuce, like that. Now, you're going to take the sides of your flour tortilla and pull them in, because you want to pull the ingredients into the middle. You want to fold this over to the other side and then pull it back. Okay? Then once you pull it back and make it a nice tight little roll, then bring your ends in like this and roll it over. Now at that point you can eat it, or you can put it back down with the flap down like this and just grill it a little bit, and it'll warm up everything just a little bit more, kind of tighten up that seam. But if you do that, you're probably going to need a paper towel to put it in your hand, so I don't think you're going to be able to hold it in your hand. So here we go. I'm going to roll it a little bit. It's not actually making it stick together, but it is warming it up, I'm telling you. Look at that. So I'm going to flip that thing over. And you know, I actually do have a nice a bacon press. I could put that on there. I don't have it here. I have to go get it, but that's okay. Same idea, right? So leave that on for just a minute or 30 seconds. And then let's pull that baby off. Whew, man, that booger's hot. And now you got yourself a beautiful burrito. And you can even put some taco sauce on it if you like. Man, that's good. Hey, look, I hope you liked our video on a homemade burrito. Better than anything you're going to have anywhere else, I guarantee you. You can spice it up like you want it to, okay, because you're doing it at home. Hey, look, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell too while you're at it, okay? That way you know when we come out with new videos. We're having a lot of fun here at the Senator's Kitchen. I hope you come back, watch some new videos, go watch some old ones too. Hey, listen, got a little news for you. We're going to be coming out with some aprons. It's not going to quite look like this. I have a logo, I have a big crawfish on it. I'm kind of letting the secret out of the bag here, but it's really cool. We're going to be offering them for sale too. Really, really nice. So anyway, you guys have a great week, great weekend, whatever's coming up. Go make you some tacos and burritos and some nachos. Oh, we did all of those, okay? Go look at those videos. And go make you a homemade burrito. You're going to love it. Hey, as I always say, God bless you. Have a great week. We love you guys.